I tried to commit suicide when I was 16 years old, but it didn't, like, I was angry that it didn't happen. But then from then I ended up being some really angry person, and I just hated the world. And but something inside me, when I was like 19, I spoke to one of the people that I hung around with, and I was like, I'm gonna take over the world one day. But in that mindset back then, it wasn't a positive mindset. So then when I turned about 3 years later, 2 years ago, I come to the Lord, and literally everything changed. But it was strange for me because there was a positive outlook in life. I never had that positive outlook in life. I didn't see that. About 3 jobs, and then they're sitting at home on their own trying to wait for the next food to come in. Then you've got the other young person that comes from the wealthy lifestyle, as you say, but is drawn in by social media. Now I look at them both and I think, right, so which one's more dangerous? The one that has to survive, the one that has to vote and do what they need to do, or the one that's just doing it for the glorification and the rest of it? Then if you put the two together, it's a dangerous mix. And then you've got the other influences, you've got the music, you've got the entertainment, you've got the Instagram, you've got everything that's just a mix into it. You've got the peer pressure, you've got everything. Now if you then put drugs involved in that, if you talk to a young person now that's not saved, if you go to them, do you smoke? Of course I smoke weed, man, what are you talking about? I work with 16-year-olds. If I talk to them, the first thing they ever said to me was, Dannielle, you was about that lifestyle. Now obviously I can't disclose what I do, but I used to do. And I used to go, I'm like, how do you know? By the way you're talking. I'm like, what do you mean the way you're talking? Well, by the way you're talking, the way you talk, you're about that. So we need people that are actually going to go and help these young people that are relatable. Because I'm telling you, I can't go on the street, and I can't stand and sit there and speak to someone and be like, yeah, this. And the young person will just look at me like, what are you talking about? Last year I went to the Commonwealth twice. I've never been to the Commonwealth since. I never even knew that it existed. I'm walking in there and I felt like this princess in a way. So I'm like, wow, these big things and all the rest of it. But as I was sitting there, they're talking about sex exploitation, they're talking about poverty in different areas, but what they're missing is the root causes. What they're missing is the basic needs that children are needing. We can sit and we can throw a statistic. The shocking one is 1 in 10 children suffer with mental health, but unfortunately there is not an intervention from a younger age. They then go forward up until they're about 16 with no intervention at all. And then they go through school and they go, listen, I'm a product of being missed by social services. I should not have been in my home. I should not have been on the streets. I was kicked out at 14 and on the streets, living on the streets, and went into different places. When you look now, when a parent goes into like a mental institution, the child is they're taken out. I was never like that. I was stuck in that household. But then they get put into these residential, they get put into all these areas, and their basic needs are still not met. But then we got people standing up and they're going, yes, well, we're going to speak on behalf of our young people. But what are their needs? What are you listening? What are you saying? What do these kids need? Because I'm telling you, when you're talking to a 14-year-old drug dealer and you're saying that you need to come away from the street, it's not about that. Well, why not? I'm earning $2,500 a week. I'm earning what you earn in about 2 months in 1 week. So how do you then bring it back to them? Well, actually, do you know what? It is wrong. Yeah, but I need to survive. But it's wrong. Yeah, but I need to survive. What? So how can you tell this young person, oh yeah, it's wrong, you're going to go to prison, When actually, you've got the media that's glorifying the prison. Yeah. You've got the videos glorifying the prison. So it's all a catch-22. Until, but unfortunately, we've got a young person who has just gone to jail. He was a big man. He thought he was a little big man. And he's like, yeah, because he's now struggling. And it's only until it actually tumbles on top of them, they're like, oh my gosh, there is no way out. But we need to help these young people to get to the point that there is a way out. You can help them, but it's about being available to help them. Mentors are so good to help young people. I had a mentor when I come into the faith, and it helped me trust people again. I had no trust for anybody. I had no trust for men, I had no trust whatsoever. So having a mentor and then having that support network around you, that helped. Having knowing about events you can go to and hear people speak, knowing that I wasn't on my own. Because even though I was on the streets and I realised that I called the streets my family, because they were my family, they dealt with what I needed, they helped me with what I needed to do. But then when you're coming into the church and everything else, it's like you're kind of the odd one out because you're like, oh, what's going on? But then you're then pushed into a different family that's actually filled with love and all the rest of it. But unfortunately, when you're bringing a young person or you're bringing a person off the streets into the church, because there's already that mindset and there's that persona that, oh yeah, they're only about money. You need to show them love, you need to show them kindness, you need to show them, actually it's not just a religion that's all about money, it's not about control. We actually want to help you, but actually let's go one step further and listen to what you actually need, because a lot of them just want somebody to love them. Yeah. But they're so facaded that, yeah, well, I'm a big person out here, I'm not going to go and do that, I can do what I want and da. When really and truly they've got fear inside of them. If you actually go and walk past, they are standing and they are sitting in fear, but they've got a whole barrier of anger around them. So it's just a case of actually mentors, giving them support, even just like talking with them and finding what they like. I spoke to one person before and I said, what is it you want to do? And they went, I want to be a pilot. And I said, well, why can't you do that? Well, I'll be good at it. It's not like all the people, like, it ain't really a big man thing to do, be a pilot. Well, I sat there, I was like, do you know what? Becoming a pilot will be a big man thing, because you'll be out of this circle, you'll be out of the stereotype that's actually labelled you, that you're a young black boy that ain't going to come out of the village estate, that you ain't going to stop drug dealing, you ain't going to do this, and you ain't going to succeed. And he looked at me and he was like, well, no, that's true, but how can I do it because of the education? To be honest, I know a lot of people that haven't had education and haven't got further in life. And I'm not saying don't bother with education because you need it, and you need to, when you're standing up and you're talking, you need to know what you're talking about. But it's not always you need to pressure. However, there is resources out there. There's workshops that people can go to. Unfortunately, our youth clubs are all shutting down. So even if we come together collectively and start opening up youth clubs, a space for these young people to come to, creative wise, talking wise, working wise, there's not enough information for work experience. There's not enough of that. When I was back in school, when I decided to go to school, no one taught me about a mortgage, no one taught me about rent, no one taught me, but do you know what I did? I learned about sex education, which didn't get me further anywhere. But now I'm in a society that I've got to go now paying rent and I've got to pay, but how do I do bills? How am I sorting my bills out? But you want to teach me algebra. I'm sorry, I'm 24 and I've never used algebra in my life. Yeah. I can do quick maths though, but not algebra. Don't be in silence, that's one thing. Don't sit in silence. If you feel a voice that's saying that you're not worthy and you can't do it, then reject it and speak the opposite. Because the enemy will try and make you feel like you have no worth, and will try and make you feel like you have no destiny. That is his plan, that's his game. But when you actually decree that you are worthy and you have got worth and you pray, then you do see changes, and also practical changes, like practical things, like gym, like exercise is good. I'm not sure you can say that, I don't know if you go to the gym. But you know it. Just like exercise, you just got a walk. A walk's really good. And like calming music, something that I've learned is like going to sleep, listening to the scriptures, or even just soaking music. It's just really nice just to come home from a day of education, work, however, and just literally sit there and not think, and just listen to an instrumental. That's a good one. And just go and have fun. I think it's just got so conventional for just it's church, and we have to grow up, and you don't need to go and have fun and be like partying and getting drunk and taking drugs and things. There's more to it. There's adventurous stuff. Go karting, go to that, go all that stuff. Like have adrenaline, be creative. There's a lot out there. If you want to do something, go on Eventbrite and literally find what's the word? Like programs. Like if you want to become like obviously a lawyer, everything. Find programs that are like around being a lawyer, like all that stuff. Eventbrite's good for that. So yeah, it's just practical stuff as well.